Honing. You guys, you have brand new blades. You don't want to hone those yet. Have to give you some dull blades to practice on.
You were going to show it on Norm's blade.
Peening.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is honing.
Honing.
Okay.
My mistake.
That's all right.
Oh, you're right.
Let me show the new blades for a second. The cutting edge of the side blade, see the peening zone it's called, where the thicker part starts tapering down to the cutting edge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, the shape of that is a chisel. The bevel of that is a chisel shape. The bottom of the blade is straight or rounded, and the top comes at forms the angle. And because it's peened to a really fine point.
Okay.
And as you mow, the silica on the grass is rounding off that nice thin edge until it becomes what the English call bull-nosed. So you have a bull-nosed edge, and it happens pretty quickly, like 5-10 minutes.
Ah, okay.
You know, so every 5-10 minutes you gotta stop and wipe the blade clean. This for the video. Wipe the blade clean, not by going like this and accidentally cutting yourself, but going a slight diagonal down like that. Then turn it over. Wipe off all the cut grass. And with your whetstone, the shape of the whetstone, first of all, the whetstone, some are polished on the sides, but you don't use those sides, you use the curved side, not the flat side. And the curve is designed to fit into that shape of the chisel shaped point, and it'll just catch it really nice and take that bullnose off.
This doesn't look quite symmetrical.
Oh goodness.
Is it supposed to be that way or not?
No, it's supposed to be symmetrical.
Okay.
This side's not so bad. Use it like that.
Okay.
Should we all
Yeah,
have ours?
if you go home with a stone, don't use it. Don't get that one.
Should
Get a
we
different
have
one,
our
okay.
stones right now?
Not with that blade,
Okay.
but I want to work with you individually with.
Okay.
Does anybody have to leave at 5 sharp?
No, there's beer to drink.
You got till 7 at least. Gotta get in the door before 7.
Okay.
Okay. You want to come in and hone the edge by using this shape to connect with the cutting edge and take that bullnose off.
Okay.
So the Austrians actually use the stone this way, or else they go like that. But the way I do it is this way, and I come up from underneath, and I use the heel of my hand to press down, thumb and forefinger as the fulcrum, which just gives you a lot of leverage, a lot of pressure.
Gotcha.
And so I'm pulling it down while pressing down with the heel of my hand. And I'm also moving laterally a little bit.
Right. Gotcha.
I teach beginners to do one side at a time. So the bottom you do like this with overlapping strokes. And down the edge, length of the blade.
When you're honing the blade, can you tell? Can you feel how dull or sharp it is?
Yeah. It's not as crisp a feeling.
Okay.
But what you're feeling for when you're in correct contact with the edge, if you have too steep an angle, it'll feel like nails on a chalkboard.
Yep.
You know, and it's just like, you can feel it right away. If you go too shallow, you'll actually hit further in from the edge, and you won't even affect the edge. So you're just, with each stroke, you're feeling for connecting to that edge. So I already did this side. When you hone the edge, the grit of the stone will move little bits of metal to the edge and then curl it up and over. And then if you touch your fingertip to the middle of the blade and then slide it towards the edge, you'll feel a little bit of roughness at the edge. And that's called a burr. A little more pronounced here. Anybody feel it? Put your finger there and slide it to the edge.
Oh yeah, you feel it.
Just a little bit of roughness. That's little bits of metal stuck on there. You want to remove that by, I like the gloves that I'm holding. Instead of coming up, you're going down, but you're going down with half as much pressure, approximately, because you don't want to start creating a burr on the other side. So half as much pressure, and I like to use more like twice the lateral motion as I did coming up. So to remove the burr, I go like this. And a better method is to alternate the two, but that takes more coordination. For beginners, I recommend one side at a time, but once you got that down pat, then you can alternate the two. And so you go sharpening on one stroke, remove the burr in the next. And it's still the same, it's twice as much pressure, half as much pressure, but more lateral motion. And the faster you go, the more it looks like you're going sideways or laterally. Anyway, but you're still using twice as much pressure up and half as much down. So if I do it quickly, and as you're going down the blade, you creep your fingers forward, like that. So if you go quickly, it looks like this. And that's the equivalent of doing several passes with the, going one way and then the other. This blade's good.
You're saying you need to stop every 10 minutes or so and do that?
Yeah. You'll notice right away, these are so sharp, it'll take a while.
Okay.
But you'll notice that the mowing's getting a little harder. And that's when you want to, that's because it's getting bullnose. You want to take that bullnose off of it. I got a blade there that's pretty dull. You guys want to, not pretty dull, it's still sharp, but it could use some honing. Whereas these, I doubt if you need honing it, you haven't mown much, and the grass is so tender.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I could use a little.
That's cuts a whole lot better now.
And you were happy with it before.
And I was pretty happy with it before. You know what's going to be the problem? You keep going to go, oh, I'm not cutting very well. Must be dull. You're going to be stopping every 2 minutes to sharpen.